Are you ready to enhance your life with stretching and strengthening your body and your mind? Then you're in the right place. It's Yoga with Dr. Amy J. and friends. We're heading into the Marcus Jewish Community Center of Atlanta for a half hour of guided yoga poses and sound wellness advice. And now, Yoga with Dr. Amy J.
Hi, welcome to Yoga with Positive Energy. I'm Dr. Amy J. These are my assistants, Wendy and Eric. And Eric is going to be doing modifications with you today. So if you're just beginning yoga, please honor your body. It's the most important thing that you can do. And at any point that you get thirsty, take a drink of water. And feel free to go into child's pose, which, why don't you guys demonstrate child's pose at any point that you get tired to take a rest. So child's pose, you want both of your knees open. You want to drop your belly through. And you can either keep your arms, as Wendy has them, extended out in front, or you can keep them gently to the side as Eric has it. Okay, we're going to start in meditative position. So why don't we sit down cross-legged. And very often our hips are so tight that we want to open them up a little deeper. So it's really nice sometimes to have either a block that you could sit on, make sure it's a soft one, or a pillow, and that helps open up. You could also take a blanket as well. So we're going to start in meditative position by crossing our legs. If you find also that it's challenging for you to cross your legs, feel free to keep them open, or if you have any injury issues with your knee or your hip, feel free to keep one leg out. We're going to put our hands on the inside of our knees, and let's just close our eyes for a minute, getting prepared for an awesome practice today. So focus on your breath, and each time you breathe in positive thoughts for today. And each time you breathe out, let all the air come out of your belly and breathe out anything that's negative, anything that doesn't serve you, whether people, situations, or anything that's taking away from the goodness that you are. So gently, I'm going to open them up. You want to pretend at the crown of your head there's a ribbon or a string pulling you all the way up to the sky. You want to elongate through your spine and allow your shoulders to melt down. And let's take a couple of minutes of silence, acknowledging that today we are taking the time to do yoga and take care of ourselves. Good, very slowly and gently, we're going to roll it on all fours. We're going to make sure our knees are underneath our hips and our wrists are underneath our shoulders. We want our knees apart a couple of inches. And nice and easy, cat-cow. We're going to round the back, just getting the spine ready for a warm-up. And as we inhale, we're going to slowly arch through, looking up the head, looking your head up, your tailbone up. As you exhale, round the back again, as if you want to look at your belly button. Inhale, arch it through. Let's do a couple of these, just warming up the spine, letting it go. Round it up again. Beautiful. And arch it through. Exhale, round it up. Inhale, arch it through. Beautiful. You guys look great. Exhale, round it up. Inhale, arch it through. Good, and now gently you're going to take your body neutral. So your torso is neutral, and slowly just look towards the right, making a C curve, opening up the rib cage. Good. So you want to really make that C curve, so you really let those organs breathe and open it up. Beautiful. And then slowly we're going to look towards the left, making the C curve on the right side. Good, and you're going to try not to shift all the way over, keeping your hips right over the knees. Good, keep your arms straight. Straight, good, and slowly bring it back center. Good, sit back into child's pose. This time extended, so you're going to keep your arms in front. Beautiful. And you want to really let that buttocks come down on the heels of your feet as much as you can, elongating through the spine, and maybe look at your hands. It's very important for us to ground our hands where our fingertips are open, really ground the palms into the earth. Good, and hold. Put some pressure on the pointer finger and the thumb, right in here, because that will take the pressure off your wrists. And the one thing we want to make sure is that we don't get hurt. Nice and easy. Form is so important. Nice and easy. We're going to take it to all fours. Good. Curl the toes under and push back to downward dog. So downward dog is an upside down V. Think of yourself as an upside down V as opposed to an upside down U. In our form, we want to make sure the shoulders are back away from the wrists. We have a nice flat back. You're pulling your hips all the way to the back of the room. You're pressing your heels into the floor. Whether they touch today doesn't matter. So keeping your downward dog pose, softly lift up on the balls of the feet. And if you have any back issues, feel free to soften your knees. Good. And you want to keep those hips all the way back. Nice. And then gently press those heels back into the floor. Beautiful. Look through your hands, soften your knees. Walk or float forward. A float is a light jump, and your walk, you take it to the hands. Good. You want to prepare. That's a flat back, so if you want to bring your hands up on the shins, feel free to do so. But make sure you're not just hanging like a rag doll. So nice and easy. Really want to extend through like the cow that we did cat-cow with. Exhale, fold again. Beautiful. Inhale, prepare. Good. Really elongate through that spine, allowing yourself to open up. Bring the rib cage and the diaphragm up and in, and as you exhale, fold again. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, namaste. So today for a warm-up, we're going to do sun salutation A. Ready? Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Beautiful. Inhale, prepare. That's your flat back. Palms come flat. We're going to go through the first round a little bit slower. For those who are doing sun salutation for the first time, we're going to take it back into plank. You're going to make sure your front thighs are to the back thighs. Abs are nice and tight. And the last thing you want to do is sink your pelvis. That is where compression would happen in the low back and you might get discomfort. So you really, I'm going to come sideways so you can see sideways. Front thighs to the back thighs. Hold it here. At any point that you need to drop your knees down, feel free to do that. Push back to your downward dog. Your downward dog to your plank should be the distance without you having to move your hands or feet. So we have our hands, our feet, and we're going to take it to plank again. Good, nice. Push back to downward dog again. Good, and now we're going to take it to the most challenging usually for most people in the sun salutation A. It's called chaturanga, which is a push-up position. So Eric's going to demonstrate. We're not going to go there yet, guys. Eric's going to demonstrate with you bringing your knees, chin, and chest down, and Wendy's going to show you the more advanced. So ready, you guys? Take it to plank, right into your chaturanga, your push-up position. Roll it up to cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good job. Look through your hands, soften your knees, and as a goal, if you're walking forward, try to use 2 big steps as much as you can. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, let's do 2 more for a warm-up. Inhale, come all the way up. Really extend through when you're coming here, opening up the rib cage. I want you to think about lengthening today. Let's make that intention that no matter what part of our body we're working, we're lengthening every single part. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Inhale, prepare as a flat back. Palms come flat, take it to plank. Right into your chaturanga, your push-up position. Roll it up to cobra or upward dog, whatever feels best for you. Eric is showing you the cobra position. Wendy's showing you the upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Look through your hands. Soften your knees. Walk or float forward. Prepare. And if you should just come halfway, feel free to bring your hands next to your feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Let's go right into the second one. Nice and easy. Inhale, prepare. Beautiful. Palms come flat. Take it to your plank. Right into your chaturanga. Roll it up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look through your hands. Soften your knees. Walk or float forward. Prepare. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, namaste. Try doing these 5 or 10 times. You could even start with 2 every day, and you will see miraculous changes in your body, in your mind, in your health, and in the way you feel. Inhale, one more, take it up, because we're going to add on. Exhale, swan dive to fold. So today we're going to be working with some vinyasas. Hold your fold, melt your nose towards your knees as much as you can. Maybe grab onto the back of your ankles and pull your upper body closer to your lower body. Good. Vinyasas are taking one pose into the other with the breath. Good. Prepare. Palms come flat. Take it to plank. Right into your chaturanga. Good. Roll it up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Looking good. Lift your right leg, swing it forward. Let's take it to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And in Warrior 1, it's very important with our form that our legs are hip bone apart or hip width apart. Okay, as if you're walking, you guys are going to hold that pose, holding poses, and make sure you're holding it as well. Holding poses builds strength and stamina. So when I come back, I want to make sure in Warrior 1, so I can turn my hips forward, that my back leg is facing in a 45-degree angle. I also want to make sure that my right foot is not directly in front of my left. So you could see, let's all take a step forward, nice and easy. Good. Nice and easy, keep your arms up. Take your feet a couple of inches apart. Left foot stays forward. Take the right foot back to Warrior 1. Left foot forward. Good, and hold. Good, nice and easy. Take it down to your plank. Right into your chaturanga. Roll it up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Lift your right leg again. Swing it forward for Warrior 1. Beautiful. Drop that back heel. Good, and hold. So today I'm going to show you another way to do Warrior 1, only they work completely different muscles. So from Warrior 1 with the back heel dropped, we're going to take it into a warrior that's a little more of a balance. You're going to take it on the ball of the back foot, sink in a little bit, and nice and easy reach up and hold. Good. Holding poses build strength and stamina. So as long as we stay there, the stronger we'll get. Allow yourself to feel. Now, in Warrior 1, it is so important to make sure that that knee is directly over the heel. It's very important. Very often, your knee might shift forward. You want to shift it back so there's no pain at all, and we don't hurt our knees. Nice and easy, we're going to take it to runner's pose. So runners, again, you want to make sure that your front knee is directly over your heel. You want to sink forward from the pelvis, elongating the spine, really feeling the opening of your hip flexors. So if your right foot's forward, you'll feel it on the left leg, right where you're opening, almost as if you're doing a split with the back leg. Good, one big step. Let's take the left foot next to the right and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Inhale, prepare. Palms come flat, take it to plank, right into your chaturanga. Roll it up, upward dog, nice and smooth. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful, lift your left leg, swing it forward for Warrior 1. And breathe. This time we're dropping the back heel. Good. Good. And again, you want to take that knee, soften it and bend. Now, when you have your heel down, you'll feel a little bit different areas of your body working. We're going to be working the calf, obviously the hip flexors. Well, maybe not obviously, but we're going to be working the hip flexors. And you want to make it nice and strong, and you're working that thigh and strengthening that thigh that's bent in front. Reaching the arms up, you're extending through the torso, reaching those arms up and hold. Good, slowly, let's take it to a balance. So how are we going to do that? We're going to softly take the back foot to the ball of the foot and hold. And hold. Now, does that feel good or what? And sometimes you might fall, or there might be a little bit of wind in your area, and that's okay. As long as we get back up again. Slowly take it to your runner's pose. Remember to sink in from that pelvic area. And now I'm going to show you from this side. So I want to melt my pelvis. Very often we drop our heads or we round our backs. This is what we want to get away from. Remember, our intention today is about lengthening. So I lengthen my spine and I hold. I make sure my front knee is over the front heel. And breathe. How do you guys feel? Good. One big step. Let's take the right foot next to the left and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, nice and easy. Let's keep the right foot forward. Take the left foot back to warrior two. We're going to go through the 3 warriors today. We've already done warrior one, and now we're going to do warrior two. Good, nice and easy. You want to bend the front knee. You want to look and see that your ankles are pretty much right below your wrists. Good, and hold. Beautiful. And then look over that front hand. This is called the proud, positive energy warrior. And hold. Good, and let's take it to a reverse angle. You guys look awesome. So reverse angle, we want to turn our palms towards the back of the room. Open up through the rib cage. Very often, you might go into a back bend over here. We want to open you up, turn you, so you really open the rib cage. So again, just repeating what I was talking about, is very often I see people go into a back bend, which is okay, but today, our intention is to really open the rib cage. So you want to bring that arm over the ear as much as you can, stretching through and feeling that beautiful stretch to the side, allowing those organs to breathe. And take it back to warrior two. Melt your shoulders down. Bring your shoulder blades back down and together. And one big step, left foot next to your right. Good. Let's keep the left foot forward. Open up to warrior two the other way. Good, nice and easy. So let's just say you're not really sure if your wrists are over your ankles. You can always softly point down and get an idea if you're in the right place. Very important as well, you want to look at your feet, and if I should take a pen and draw a line from the front heel to the back foot, it would go into the middle of your back foot. We want to make a T with this. This is completely different than warrior one. Good, and hold. Good, and slowly let's take it to reverse lateral angle. Beautiful, nice. Good, and hold. And hold. So remember, we hold because holding builds what, you guys? Strength and stamina. Good, take it back to your warrior two, your proud, positive energy, warrior two for today. And one big step, right foot next to your left. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. We're going to incorporate both of those into a vinyasa. Inhale, prepare. Palms come flat, take it to plank into your chaturanga. Roll it up, upward dog. Good, or cobra if you feel pressure in your low back at any point. Squeeze your buttocks. That should take away any discomfort, and if that doesn't help, bend your elbows, as Eric's showing you, to soften up any bending of the back that might cause you discomfort. Good, push back to your downward dog. Lift your right leg, swing it forward for warrior two. And hold, nice. So here, let's bring a little challenge into our warrior two. Nice and easy, we're gonna take the right forearm to the thigh and the left arm is gonna come straight up. Good, bend that knee a little deeper so you could take that right hand down to the floor. Now, using props help quite often. So we're gonna show you that if you have a block, it will help to take yourself down so you could get into the practice. It is okay to stay here. If we want to take a little more of a challenge, we're going to slowly bring the right hand behind ourselves. And if you feel ready, then bring your right arm underneath and clasp and bind. Good, and you want to open up. So again, hold those poses. Feel free to hold here for today if you want. And then start to just drop. You guys are going to hold those poses. Drop your arm underneath and maybe even grab onto the inside of the thigh if you're there and help roll yourself open. If you're ready, you take the right arm underneath and add your bind and hold. Beautiful. Good. Unbind. Slowly take it back with your arm up in the air and hold. Beautiful. Let's take it to runner's pose. Bring your back foot in a little bit, drop the back heel, and let's take it up to warrior one. So remember, you just moved your feet a little bit so your left and right feet and legs are hip bone apart. Reach up and hold. Beautiful. Take it down to plank, right into your chaturanga. Roll it up. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Remember, at any point you feel you need to get a drink of water, do so. Lift your left leg, swing it forward for warrior two. And hold. Gently bring the left forearm to the left thigh, your right arm comes up. If you're ready, bring your right arm behind. You could grab onto the inside of the thigh, roll yourself open, and if you're ready, bring your left arm under for a bind. If you're just beginning with yoga, do try to take it to the next level. You can always come out if you need to. Good, hold that bind. If you're bound, slowly unbind. Bring that arm back up and hold. Good, very slowly and gently, take it to runner's pose. Runner's pose again, make sure that knee is right over that heel. Make sure you can always drop your back knee if you need to, but melt forward. We never want to drop the back knee and put all our weight on our knee. So nice and easy, melt forward and hold. Good, from here we're going to lift up. You're going to walk your left foot over a teeny drop. And let's drop the back heel. Take it up to warrior one. And hold. And as you feel comfortable, sink in a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Let's take it to plank, right into our chaturanga. Rolling it up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look through your hands, soften your knees, walk or float forward, prepare. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Good. Hold here, clasp your hands. Maybe make a steeple with your fingers, bring your big toes and heels together. And let's take it to standing half moon. So in standing half moon, it's very important. Again, we want to open that rib cage. So I'm going to come over and just open up a little bit more. So again, form is very important. And sometimes with us doing it alone, it's really hard to know if our form is correct. Inhale, take it back center. Exhale, take it to the left. And slowly open up that right side. Really release and let go. Hold it. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let's take it up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Good. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold again, fold again, fold again. Inhale, come all the way up. Look up, maybe give yourself a little bit of a back bend. Extend through that rib cage again. Maybe arch a little bit. Squeeze that butt. Reach for all those good things you want. And slowly take it up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Good. We're going to take a little bit of a twist. So we're going to keep our right foot forward, take our left foot back. Good. So we're back in runner's pose. And very gently, we're going to bring our hands up to the thigh. If you find that the balance is off, then stay in your runners and practice by bringing one hand up or the other. Good, and hold. From here, we're going to take a nice prayer twist to the right. So in our prayer twist, really what we want to do is be working, twisting the body and opening it up. So when I come in my prayer twist, I want to make sure, still like runners, my knee is over the heel. It's very, very important. I'll repeat it till you get it, right? Because we have to remember, and it's all a practice. That's why we keep doing it. You want to get that upper arm to the outside of that leg, opening up and hold. Now, if you need to, you can always drop the back long knee. The knee on the long leg is really what I meant to say. Good, beautiful, and hold. Now, if you want to take this a little more advanced, feel free to open your arms, as Wendy's going to show you. And Eric might want to do it too. Good, and breathe and hold. Remember, don't push yourself further than you need to go. Listen to your body and honor your body. Beautiful. From the prayer twist, take it back to a prayer and gently take it back to runners. Good. Left foot comes next to the right and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hold here for a moment. Exhale, bring your arms down to the side. Let's take it to Tadasana, which is mountain pose, and just ground your feet. Slowly bring it to the toes and back on the heels, and then ground your toes into the floor. And just take a moment to breathe and notice the energy that's flowing through your body. Beautiful. Maybe close your eyes for a minute. Remember, you did an awesome job today. Keep on doing yoga. Remember, it's a practice. It takes time. And remember to take care of you.